Greetings, viewers. Welcome to the Kingdom of Emerald.
Finally, we found the last person we need after all. I'm Helic Cross. I'm leading an expedition to the land south of Dalentarth, the Teeth of Naros, and we could use another strong back. We're in the foothills of the Teeth right now. It's not the easiest place to reach, sheer cliffs of stone, and few passes through them. Sverri's got a fairly good head on her shoulders. She's only got eyes for gold, but there's plenty for all on this trip. When it comes to navigating ruins, there's no one I trust more. Been a mercenary for about 20 years now. Toured with the Warsworn, but didn't take quite as much pride in the work as they wanted. So I struck out on my own. You can make a fair bit of coin selling your sword to keep a farm or two safe. Not that I'll need to anymore. During one of my other campaigns, I chanced upon a diary of an Almain monk, Denric the Crazed. Said he found a way to the land south of Dalentarth. After reading what he found there, cities of gold, fountains of sapphires, I decided I wanted to see this land for myself. A mage is always good to have on an expedition like this, except for cash. But maybe he'll come around. Few facts. The only record of a successful journey there was by an Almain missionary named Denric, returned half dead and maddened to hell. He claimed the southern land as home to a miraculous city, wrought of gold and trimmed with silver. Even said it floated above the earth, if you can believe it. It's hard country, damn impossible to find a pass in the mountains, but if I'm right, this cavern will take us under them. Because Denric wrote of more than wealth. Tales of giant men, tall as houses, that slaughter any who approach. It took weeks even to convince Cash and Sverri to join me. With a fourth, we can take a bigger haul without sharing too much of it. Denric was crazed, but I don't hold him a liar. I can overlook some bogeyman's tales if there's riches to be had. Can you? Then we only need to begin. I've seen to all the logistics and all the preparations for the journey. Meet us in the Southern Passage. Let's try to cover as much ground as we can. It's the cave next to camp. I heard rumors that it was filled with artifacts that none had ever seen before. Strange carvings and huge works of stone. I don't know how dangerous it is, but I advise against being too carefree inside. We should go in as a group. Stay close.
The time of deliverance is almost nigh. The teeth of Narus have gone untamed since the rocks were young, since the wind was but a child. And now, my chosen people stand on the precipice of taming this land, or succumbing to it. I thought once that none could change the stars of this world. But at last, one has come who can. Come, thou fateless one, I beckon thee.
Be careful. Stay close. What the hell is that thing?
This... what is it? looks like it's made of stone. But this stain, this is blood. This thing is flesh! I'm not going to stick around and find out what killed this thing. This whole damn place is cursed.
Damn Craven. Don't know what Cash was getting so worked up for. Just a statue somebody toppled over, and got all bloody. Let the mage run to his mother. We don't need him. We don't even know if it was a corpse. Could have been a statue that an Etten decorated with some entrails, or something. I can't believe that Craven made.
Keep walking.
Wait a moment. I don't like the look of this hallway up ahead. This is Sferry's area of expertise. Let her take the lead here. What was that? First the mage turns coward. Then Sferry dies doing the one thing she's supposed to be suited for. Is this some sort of joke? What's next? Are you going to reveal you're really just a kobold with a bad case of mange? Clearly, I should be more thorough when recruiting my expeditions. Fine, let's just keep moving. We'll manage on our own from here. We keep going. Cash proved to be useless, and Sverry's not helping anyone anymore. Looks like it was always up to us. With just two of us, we'll have to try and manage as best we can. It won't be easy, but I thought something like this could happen. Come, we must make Sverry's death means.
Well, alright then.
What? What in the hell were those things? I've never seen anything like them. I heard of the dangers of the southern land, but are the gods themselves Hold on a moment. One of those damn beasts hit me worse than I thought. I think I need to rest for a while. Here, I'm going to wait here. Scout the passage ahead, and see if you can find a place to make camp. Will you stop fussing over me? It's not doing either of us any good for you to stay here. We need to find some place to make camp. I'll take it, but I'll wait until I really need to use it. Be a shame to waste the thing, wouldn't it? Now get going. I need to rest. Discover what you can, and come back to me. I told you, I'll be fine. I'll save the health potion you gave me for when things really get dire. Now, find a place for us to make camp. Go. You need to find safety for us.
Thought of going to thank the Etten. They drove me into this cave. It's quite spacious in here. Though I've been in long enough that I am unsure that I can find a way back. I've had a good go of chasing what lamplights I can see. They wouldn't steer me wrong, would they? Of course not. It's so dark in this place, like night once it's been boiled down and poured over pits. Light is good, though. It's warm and tells me where to go. Left leg isn't looking so good, but it drags rather well. Who in the blazes put a cliff in the middle of this place? Had no conception of the structure from the start. It seems to me poor savages, whoever they were, probably had to stand on chairs to get anything done in this place. Ready for a rat burger? Leg is pretty much useless for walking now. But what sights? Could Mitharu have left a glorious temple such as this? Ceiling so high they can't be seen. A statue of a strange sort that I could not understand it. I even cannot describe what I have seen in the views beyond this chamber. But for a fleeting moment I have seen true glory. A city of such shimmering beauty that I cannot find its like in anything I have seen before. Mitharu could never be contented with this city. On the hill, while this one gently floats upon nothing, lording over the earthly dominions below. What else but its inhabitants? At first I thought the statues moved, and walked, and even perhaps spoke. But I was far and hidden and could not hear. They were giant, as tall as two men, and fierce. Besides, they had the stretch of a jutting at such speed. A terrible fate awaits those that give them cause to malice. If this was a true report or merely a vision brought to me by my God, I cannot tell. But I must spread the word of this discovery. The world must know of this strange Southland of giants and cities built upon stones that are not there. Well, all right then.
And so, after centuries, it has come to pass. The cipher has reached thy hands, Beckett. At last, my work can be completed. One who watched and waited for decades and centuries and eons, and all for this day when thou wouldst come before me. I have read the fates of this world to find thee, unfated one. Much rests on your shoulders, but I have one more burden to lay upon thy brow. Since the inception of my labors, I have always known that their fulfillment would require fate to be unbound. Such is the paradox of faith. The tapestry of fate offers no allowance for such events. Only an unfated being could complete the work I had started. So I waited, in despair and hope. And then thou came to pass. I needed thy nature, and it was created, though I had no hand in it. I see that as fate, in a way. To continue thy path through the tapestry of fate, and perpetuate its sundering, I will open the way to the teeth of Naros. Seek the Primos, and thy duty will be made clear in time. Go now with my blessing. Go now with my purpose. For thou art beckoned. That which was ordained must be undone.
I hear. First we have an army of Jotun at our gates, and now this. I don't know you, little one, but you'll find no quarter here. This is still Colossi-held territory for the moment. State your intent. You barge into these lands, and yet you do not know who holds them? I am. My people are Colossi. For years we have held these lands as the hallowed grounds of our gods. We are stone and flesh, sword and faith. Everything does harm in these lands. I do not know you, so why should I take you at your word?
Want to get to know me?
Furthermore, none have come from those caverns since they were sealed, save you. How is it you came here?
I came here by my 2 legs.
It is a road that has gone otherwise unwalked since it was sealed. How did you walk this path?
No, it's not playtime.
Strange entity. A curious riddle, but one that must be solved later. It seems the Jotun have rallied their strength. Steel yourself.
How do I steal myself?
That was well fought, little friend. You have a strength in your arms that belies their lack of girth.
What's up, Killer Bee?
Perhaps you are not the interloper I believed you to be.
About to
You
swamp.
claim to have been summoned. But for what purpose? I command the soldiers that protect my people, the Colossi, from the dangers of this land. They are many, and we are but few.
Appreciate the
Each
follow.
passing
Get
year,
off
it
the
seems
stage.
more and more like we lose ground. But what can we do? We are commanded to stay here. We have come, little one, from savage
My mom
lands and
told me I should
savage
be on
past.
stage once, but I
We have
missed
been
his
picked by
departure.
the gods to carry their will across this world. And now we inhabit this land, summoned by our gods to do their works, and who now are silent. The Jotun are a savage race, but their cruelty can be controlled as easily as it can be fostered. Before we came here, the Jotun were our wards, but that was a lifetime ago, and now they call for our heads. It was an old passage built by my people as our faith demanded. Once, it was to lead to fertile woodlands. But we were commanded to stay our diggers, our masons.
This chick does seem to have
So we
chiseled
remain
features.
in the teeth. What strange forces brought you here? You speak of the Holy King of my people, and that artifact you bear. Could it be the cipher? Your mission is twice damned already. The Primos is a recluse. But more immediate than that is the Jotun horde. Idylla is sealed off as long as they continue plaguing my people. Yes, hiding away in his high tower and pining for gods that will never listen to him. The Primos is the highest office among the Colossi, reserved for the one that leads my people in politics and prayer. At least that is how things should be. But Anakatos, the latest to have this authority, has not lived up to his duties. Our people are stranded in a wild land, in a time of our greatest doubt, and he locks himself away from us. Our ruler leaves us leaderless. It is the city you see floating in the sky over this land of savages and dangers. It is my people's greatest accomplishment and failure. I cannot speak more of it to an outsider. Forgive me. A relic of great importance to those of my people that carry the faith. I thought it was just a myth, but one who carries the cipher is much loved by the gods. So the sages of my race say. A blessing as much as a curse. The Jotun are led by Karunk, a warlord that reigns over his horde from his ramshackle tower. One of my scouts, Remy's, watches them now. He can offer you advice on fighting the warlord. And if you can kill Karunk, I will lead you to the Primos myself. Keep it close to you. That artifact is proof to many that you are the avatar of the gods. It holds much power. The warlord is cruelty incarnate. He has transformed the memory of my people's leadership into that of slavery, as if we possess such barbarity. He makes camp in the barbarous tower you see in the distance. He must be killed if this is to end. It is a wonder to any mortal eyes, though because it is not good enough for the gods' tastes, we must call it a failure. And still we bear this bitter truth every morning, and by every sundown it seems liable to crush us under its weight. The quickest way to end their threat would be to kill their war chief, Karunk. With his death, the others will be brought to heel. Bring word to the city. They will need to know about the Jotun and this new inn.
Whatever. Don't need no leggings, no worries.
Beauty one! Ah! What a horrid little thing you are! Are you some kind of Jotun runt? Explain yourself quickly. The last thing I want is to give away my position. She is a competent warrior and good leader, but she's served the city almost non-stop since she became the captain of the guard. Every day she seems more strained than the day before. How long can she continue serving the city? I am a scout for the Idilla Guard. There are many dangers that lurk in the corners of this land. My job is to root them out. I have seen him rip a spear from his belly without so much as a grunt. We thought he might just not feel pain, but I know his secret. They gorge themselves daily. They fight at the slightest provocation. They pride themselves on their odor. Are these truly the menace to our society? That much I was aware of, and I knew Sikandra would send someone. But you? A sign of the times, to be sure, but if you're to do the deed, then I have information that you will need. Karunk is truly powerful, but no more so than his... It is not his strength that's troubling. It's his fortitude. 2 kobolds he keeps with him work some strange magics that heal his wounds and help him resist injury. Kill them, and the fight is yours. Using primal magic would certainly help as well. Strange thing, aren't you? Primal magic is a magic imbued upon weapons and gems. Only armament can channel it. The magic does some damage on its own, but its true strength is its ability to augment other magics you cast on your foe to a devastating degree. Take this weapon, use it to inflict primal magic on a foe, and let loose your spells. Even a Jotun warlord could not withstand such an onslaught. It is an older form of magic, one that does little damage on its own, but can wreak havoc when combined with elemental spells. Using weapons infused with primal magic, you can increase your foe's magical sensitivity. Even a troll's hide will have its resistances sapped. Imagine loosing your most damaging spells with no resistances. Few would survive such an onslaught. Very well, little one. What is this?
We don't need no stinking shield, no ways. Ah.
From Remy's, I received word that one such as you entered Karunk's tower with no trepidation, no anxiety. Do I even have to ask? Does the war chief still draw breath? It was said the gods would call their champion. And here you are, bearing the cipher, seeking the Primos. For your role in deposing the warlord, I give you this. A hammer prized among the Jotun, so I'm told. Use it as your trophy. Now my forces can put the rest of the Jotun to the spear beckoned. Before this day, I thought it was just a myth, a lie my people told ourselves to make our sins more bearable. The beckoned is a deliverer. The beckoned speaks for the gods. The beckoned is their messenger, their conduit. What is the beckoned? One who carries the cipher, the icon of the gods. One who faces the troubles of my people without hesitancy. The beckoned is you. With their leader dead, they will likely keep to themselves and lose the will to harry my people as they have. I will wager that they won't suffer incursions into their camp, for good or ill. But still they have caused my people suffering. Shall we wait and allow them to inevitably rise again? This is our best opportunity to finish them. We do not need to attend to this task ourselves. My soldiers will see to the work. I will now take you to the henge, the device that transports the colossi between the city and the surface. Let us depart. The Primos is our ruler, and the most devout of the colossi. For example, our current Primos, Anakatos, has sequestered himself away from our people in prayer for years. Meanwhile, we are threatened every day, and because of Anakatos' extreme measures, we lack guidance. An artifact my people made. With the city in the sky, we knew we needed a way to travel from the teeth and back. The energies it focuses are the same as those that keep the city aloft. They can levitate people and objects safely. Very well.
Blessings of peace.
Here, beckoned. This artifact you see before us is a henge. We use it to transport to the city. It may be uncomfortable at first. I still recall retching after my first journey with it. But it is the only way into the city. The Jotun were once allies and subordinates of my people. It is unfortunate that they were so easily corrupted. But the safety of my people comes first. Farewell.
I'll be right back.
What can I do? And here you have it. Idylla, our great failing. Now let us go to Anakatos. He may hide from our people's needs,
Thanks for the
but
follow,
he will
Skunk
not
Fam.
refuse a visitor sent from Athene. Now that the trouble with the Jotun has been solved, I am free to investigate other threats to my people, and there are many options to choose from. We are adrift in these lands, I must admit. We might have been great enough to overcome the burdens, but now we cannot. The goddess of wisdom was our patron.
Hold it, I just
They
pressed
hold
it.
Athene as our The gods choose the Primos to lead we Colossi, and to enact their will. Of the gods, we are the favored of Athene, the goddess of wisdom. Or we were. Athene's once common words have been quiet for some time. The Primos has prayed in isolation for years, but she does not answer. Farewell.
Please, just let me past. I will not— What is it? Unless you can somehow convince—
2 days after your birthday.
The stone used to build this city was dug out from the Warren. It was our main quarry, but much of it is inaccessible now.
Are you gonna finish?
The rest is home to beasts.
You didn't finish the inn.
Nice joke there.
I am one of Idylla's finest masons, so much so that it seems I am an institution amongst my people. It seemed nice at first, but they handle me like a work of art, with too much caution. This city is the child I never had. I poured myself into this stone, these edifices, these reliefs. But now I have been here so long that these walls have lost their charm. They are only the bars of a prison to me. My wife and I were separated when the city was razed. I believe her to still be in the teeth of Naros. I hope she is unharmed. I did not choose to leave her beckoned. I wanted her to come with me, but she can be difficult to move to action sometimes. But I cannot retrieve her now, for I am one of the city's finest masons. The guard are under orders not to let me leave, so I do not die. All I want to know is that she is unharmed. But I've done so well for this city that I am forbidden from departing. Well, you can certainly... Would you truly beckon? That is something. At least I will be certain that she is unharmed. I left her in the ruins of the Warren, the city's old quarry. You should search there for her.
I don't know why I thought I could stream this 2 days in a row. I love you.
Probably gonna pass out sooner or later, so.
Okay.
Especially since you're watching Treasure Planet, so.
Well, I mean, my daughter had the perfect timing.
We were separated when the city was razed. I last saw her in the quarries of the Warren.
Yeah.
Please find my wife.
Alright, give me 1 second. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to switch my stream over to Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that diabetics can do to try to earn money. So I was like, I might as well make use of my home time. Five. Counting me and my wife. Well, it's on my wife's TV. She's not necessarily watching it. No, it should just be above audio. But I'm going to have to restart the stream anyway.